Hello. Welcome in. Welcome to the Pride setup I spent way too long doing to try to make things more pan Pride themed. You can see the flag I was basing it on over my head now because it is Pride Month. I really wanted to get this wallpaper better, but it was beyond my capability, I think, of at least of knowledge of After Effects, figure out how to like replace an image because this is many layers makes up this animated background behind me. So I was not able to figure that one out, but has this cool sunset vibe that I'm really digging. Also, hey babe, how's it going? Hope you're doing well. Time for chapter 3. Time to figure out what this chapter has in store for us. I'm gonna try to do the whole thing, but we'll see how I'm feeling. We'll see how my voice holds up. I won't sit here and banter too long for that reason. So jump right in. You can see the next part. I say this and I already feel like I have to cough. Immediately. The moment I'm like, all right, time to get into the game. Also, I need to cough. So yeah, this is it. I got a trial to After Effects, and I've been plugging at this and changing the color of the windows is about all I manage. I wish there was an easier way to do this rather than After Effects, to just like change this stuff. Also, I don't know why these clearly non-animated assets need to be WebMs. Like, what's the point? Like this, the windows above me, even that window there, could just be PNGs, and I made them PNGs. There's no reason all these need to be video files that do nothing for, like 4 seconds. Anyway, chapter 3. I don't want to change my personal metadata this time. And we'll move onward because we have that save right there. In case we ever do want to change our metadata when we start a new day. Zone control, that makes sense. Oh yes, it's punchy time. Thank you, babe.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Punchy78 here with Fight Shack News. All the fighting that's fit to post. The tournament scene is heating up, with contenders eager to scoop up precious points they'll need to qualify for the main event. All eyes are on the local laundromat crew who destroyed veteran Team L7 Gaming to secure first place at an underground tournament.
We didn't really destroy them. It was very close. In fact, they tied they tied super early. Like, they tied right at the end, if I recall correctly. Oh, man. Trying to remember. See if I can find the tweet about it. Ah, here we go. Oh, I get to super with 2 U's. That was true. Yeah. Yeah, so Super Q here on Twitch and on Twitter, although Super Q is with 2 U's on Twitter, released a whole bunch of Pride emotes for free. To use as you wish. So definitely snag some, put them in, tried to attribute them. I hope the attribution stuff works.
Do they have what it takes to go all the way? Only time will tell.
If you want those for yourself, I just put the tweet, the specific tweet in the chat.
With a sponsor behind them and strong hype, they're on the right path, but need to focus their efforts if they want to get any further. For more on this developing story, be sure to like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. This is really heating up.
I do like this as a sort of like catch-up avenue, so to speak. Like it's a great way to recap the last chapter and however the fight went in the last one. All right. It is the distant future year of 20, and I'm getting really sick of adulting. Okay, I'm starting to get to know my new friends. We're bonding, we're sharing. It's all lovely and wonderful. But they've also saddled me with the role of coach, manager, cat wrangler, and general purpose problem solver for Gamedays For Good. In short, I'm wearing a lot of hats right now. And sadly, one of those hats is real estate agent. But I don't have time to whine and complain. I'm committed to this, and there's work to be done. Which means putting together a team house. Team house is more than just a house for us. We need to build them a home. For intensive competition training, sure, but also, you know, somewhere they all feel welcome. Oh, yeah, also sick of adulting, right? Somewhere perfect. Also, since we want a giant FOD2 machine at Hamza's tournament, we need, like, somewhere to put that thing. It's too big to fit in Ben and Matt's little arcade. I was up until 3 a.m. working with Iris to try to find a perfect location for our new headquarters. But, well, the search for a new home hasn't been going real well so far. Hopefully, Iris found something while I was blissfully unconscious. Hey, Lemon, how's it going? Iris, tell me you have good news. I have good news.
Hooray!
Gosh. I've successfully eliminated another 73 candidates from our starting pool. That's good? Have you found any viable candidates? None that will match every parameter you've given me, I'm afraid. Your sponsor Pizza Yums isn't putting up much money for this. I can maybe rent you a tiny studio apartment at best. Not enough room for 7 people. And even beyond that, matching everything else on your wish list, well... This isn't a problem money can solve. The city is overcrowded and rent is sky high, so viable residential spaces are hard to come by. Isn't that the truth? Well, crap. Gamedays For Good are just getting used to the idea of dedicating... Oh, I'm in the wrong head here. Gamedays For Good are just getting used to the idea of dedicating themselves to FOD2, and asking them to uproot their lives without a perfect destination in mind? I figured it's easier to swallow the idea of upgrading from friends to roomies if I already had a really great locale lined up. It's a difficult proposition to be certain. I wish I could be more helpful. I'm an Iris. Our purpose is to be helpful.
Suboptimal situation.
Normally I'd fetch a knowledge base from my Cloud Collective to learn how to do this, but my sisters haven't developed a real estate skill package yet. Alright, you can just download skills. You sure you don't know Kung Fu, too? Sorry for Nightbot being in overdrive right now, by the way. Not much use for that when you don't have a physical body, Mr. Wolf. I could get a personal trainer module if you want my help learning how to fight IRL. We are looking for a team house, and it's not going well so far. Let's focus on my gaming career before I become a meat space street fighter, please. Okay, perhaps you can consult with your teammates, see if they know of any potential homes I'm not aware of. I may be a powerful search engine, but I don't have the human resources and social connections others have.
My sources say yes.
Remember, friendship means sharing and communicating openly. Although most human dramas seem to revolve around pointlessly keeping secrets and betraying each other for flimsy reasons. I sigh, leaning heavily against my desk over the keys. I guess I'd better just approach them, even if I don't have a perfect candidate already lined up. It's better than keeping secrets from each other. This isn't junior high school. We're better than that. We should be better than that. Loxley should be better than that. I still don't know why he was sneaking around after Hamza's tournament. I may need to ask him about that later. Nightbot just an extension of Iris. I wonder if I could rename Nightbot, because that would be funny. Right, I'm heading over to Good Clean Fun to try to convince them during this morning's team practice. You can do it, Mr. Wolf. I believe in you. Well, at least my digital fairy godmother believes in me. That's not nothing. Shutting down the computer of Theseus for now, I switch Iris back to my phone and head out to face the day. It's interesting that you have... there's not like a separate instance. It's just one person. It's like Cortana. To take the chip out, put it in your phone. One long subway ride later, and I'm facing down Good Clean Fun, what has been their home for years. I'd hope to find a suitable location for the team house in or around Chinatown, so we could keep using GCF, but that may not be an option. As I'm sorting out what approaches I can take, I peer around the nexus of soap suds and tokens and grease, hoping everybody's already here and available to chat with. But the team keeps weirdly inconsistent hours. I spy with my little eye Loxley by his crane game. Zapper and Rhapsody chatting by the washing machines, but that's it. No Domino, no Jinx, no Grace. Could be they aren't here yet. Okay, who do I approach first? Just get game industry news. Where's Domino? Let's talk to Zapper and Rhapsody. Like, my highest and my lowest. I think. Yeah, she's still tied with Jinx. Team practice hasn't quite started yet, but both Rhapsody and Zapper are already here, hanging out near the laundry machines. Out of the group, and save for maybe Loxley, these two are the ones most consistently here. Is it out of dedication for the team, or did they just have nowhere else to spend their free time? In any case, I'm happy they're here and won't be too difficult to wrangle. Why didn't anyone tell me being a manager would be like herding cats 99.97% of the time? As I approach, I can see Rhapsody and Zapper are having an intense conversation near the laundry units. Arm motions flying, intense looks. Uh-oh. I try my best not to awkwardly barge my way into their conversation and listen in for a bit. I can't believe he said that to you. Would have had Ben and Matt kick him out. Seriously, Zapper, that's just unacceptable behavior. Well, lucky for Ben and Matt aren't here, which means I did what any proper gal's gotta do. Oh, what's that? Challenge him to a match, and whoever lost leaves right then and there. Not allowed to come back, neither. Not today, not tomorrow, not ever. You do need answers from Loxley. That's probably where I go next, and then I'll have to pick between trying to find Domino and if I just want to talk to my Iris. Please tell me you beat him. I know your skills, Zap. I'm betting you tripled his score, leaving him utterly baffled. Rap, I didn't just triple his score.
Aw, yeah.
Quintupled his score. I can't talk. Straight up devastated him. I just wish there was a crowd around to watch him fail miserably. And cheer me on, of course. Since both are all smiles now, it seems like a good time to slide right into their discussion. Hi, Zapper. Hi, Rhapsody. Trouble? Anything I can help with? Trouble's past, Mr. Wolf, but thanks.
Not today.
Zap is just regaling me with the story of what happens all too frequently in small arcades. Yeah, douche nozzle told me that girls can't play shooting games. Zapper groans in disgust and rolls her eyes. Again. Does that sort of thing happen often, even at a small arcade like this? Granted, it's not too far out from when P2W came barging in here causing mischief, and I thought that was just due to my presence. Before that, wasn't everything smooth sailing? Unfortunately, yes, it gets tiring trying to prove your worth over and over again.
Nah.
Just because we're a neighborhood arcade doesn't mean we don't get our fair share of stupid. And no matter how many times Ben and Matt swing the band hammer, people like them still pop up like ants following a food trail. I'm not going to pretend like this doesn't happen in PC gaming either, I've seen it far too often. Whether it's a rando claiming that marginalized genders don't have the same hand-eye coordination as cis men, or it's blatantly typing sexist remarks in group chat. Ah, that sucks. I'm sorry that happened to you, Zapper. Whatever. It's fine. People can... It happens. It may sound harsh, but... Ants? Oh, that's a miss the thing. It may sound harsh, but as much as I love this little arcade, sometimes I'm not in the mood to even potentially deal with that kind of, emotional bull.
Yeah.
Eloquently put, Zap. We have Iris scan everyone's face while we try to educate the trolls. It's not fair that we have to put up with this. There's got to be a way to stop it, right? What if we took these incidents as teaching moments? We could break it down for them and have them really understand why their words are hurtful. True, sometimes people just regurgitate information they've heard from others without really thinking about it. Giving them the benefit of the doubt and educating them might help someone change their bad behaviors. Eh, not worth it. Most trolls I know won't bother listening to you. Best to ignore them or boot them, I say. Yeah. Sorry. Valid point. I can't change everyone. However, a team house would give us a place to retreat to. Another perk to us all playing and living under one roof. Oddly enough, I think our ideas might align. Trying to get us a team house. That'd be a solid, safe place to practice in, free from the occasional trolls that find their way in. A place to enjoy the games without the gamers. Huh.
You know I'm down.
Focus training space and a better place to live than my crap hole apartment? Yeah, I'm down. I'll start packing. Zapper turns on her heels to presumably walk home and pack up, but Rhapsody grabs her gently by the collar and pulls Zapper back into the conversation. Mr. Wolf said, trying, meaning we don't have one yet, so don't go anywhere yet, Zap. Zapper pouts, crossing her arms indignantly. Fine, fine, packing can wait. Not like I've got a lot to pack anyway, mostly some old clothes and a bowling trophy. Look, one time I got super drunk at the all-night bowl and rama, and I woke up with a trophy and reasons I can't explain a traffic cone. Don't judge me. I'm in, Mr. Wolf. A team house could keep us all focused on our goals. And it'd be fun to get to live with everyone.
Yeah.
Oh. Can we get a house with a pool? Or a hot tub? No. A pool and a hot tub. I'll need a big kitchen, gas stovetop, plenty of counter space for all my cooking gadgets, and a wine fridge. I do love cooking. I hate to be the voice of reason, but I have a list of must-haves and wants, and sadly a hot tub, pool, and giant fancy kitchen aren't going on the list of needs. Both Rhapsody and Zapper look a little disappointed when I break the reality to them. But I can instead get us a nice soaking tub in the bathroom, and I'll make sure the kitchen is big enough for us to make meals together. Sound good? That's fair. Deal. Oh cool, we got points with both of them. All this is great, but I haven't managed to snag us a house. The real estate market's proving to be pretty tricky.
Fair.
Tricky, but not impossible. I'm sure you can find something that works for everyone. Sure, you've got the right kind of bloody-minded determination to see it through. Do I? I mean, you might find a perfect house after the stars go out and the universe is cold and dead, but hey. Team practice soon, yeah? Maybe if we all chat about it, we can come up with something. 7 brains are better than 3. Even if these 3 brains are the sexiest brains here. Hashtag just saying. You want all the rooms.
Thanks.
Thanks for always appreciating my intellect, Zap. I'm sure we can all get together to come up with a few good candidates. Mr. Wolf, come find us when you're ready. I think Rap and I are going to continue house planning. Rap, we should cover all the walls with fairy lights. Well, I'll gladly let them take care of all our decorating. One less thing on my plate, assuming I can actually find us a place. I'm happy they're at least on board with the idea. Now I just need to find everyone else and get them on the same page. Alright. Loxley time. I spot Loxley by his beloved crane game, although he's just sort of leaning against it, lost in thought. And from the nod he offers me long before I finish approaching, well, I think he knows what's coming.
Well met.
Good morning, Mr. Wolf. More or less. Indeed. Okay, am I going to have to come right out and ask, or are you going to offer me some answers without being poked and prodded? You told me if I wanted to know what the hell happened at the end of Hamza's tournament that you'd tell me. Polybius is freaky. Indeed I did. My recommendation is still that you try to put the incident out of your mind. It's nothing to concern yourself about, really. Loxley, an arcade game wormed its way into my brain and made me hallucinate. My hand is still sore from touching that joystick, even. Lingering pain? That is worrying. Have you felt any headaches? Or perhaps missing time? Holes in your memory? See, when you ask me questions like that, it only makes me want to ask more questions, not fewer. It's time to level with me. What is Polybius, and why are you looking for it? With a sigh, he gives up and drops his voice to be a bit quieter, just in case anyone is eavesdropping. You're correct, of course. You deserve to know what you encountered.
Uncertainty abounds.
Are you certain you don't want to back away from this? Focus on your championship ambitions, on supporting your friends and all that. Loxley, you're misunderstanding me. I'm not Mr. FOD2 with no other concerns in life. I am concerned about my friends, including you. And if that was what I think it was, some kind of government agent, I think you're tangled up in more than just arcade justice crimes. This is serious. So help me help you. Help me understand, okay? My apologies. I do value our friendship in truth, and it pains me to be unable to share every single detail, but I'll share what I can.
What do you know of Polybius?
That it doesn't exist, supposedly. I did some research online immediately after getting home that night. It's a creepypasta, nothing more than a tall tale of arcade legend. Some kid had a seizure while playing Tempest, and the story blew up into this ridiculous tale of a brain-controlling CIA arcade experiment.
A perfect cover, yes? Much like stories of UFOs planted to hide the true yet mundane purpose of Area 51 to test captured Soviet spy planes. I'm afraid Polybius is quite real. The myth was purposefully spread to hide the truth. As near as we can tell, the game uses a biofeedback joystick to connect to the player's mind, analyzing synapses, downloading data, creating a reasonable approximation of the player's personality and memories. A digital ghost stored within the machine. It lures in its prey using hypnotic patterns, likely remnants of some MK Ultra research, and...
Isn't that just Mortal Kombat? I'm sorry, did I accidentally join the X-Files when I wasn't looking? MK Ultra? Seriously?
Seriously. You said you wanted to know the truth. This is the truth. It would be easier to doubt me and dismiss it all as a farce. And in fact, I wouldn't be adverse to you doing so.
Fine, fine. Continue? Very well. Polybius uses the biofeedback link to connect to the player's mind. Hang on. I've seen FOD2 players using biofeedback joysticks. Technology derived from Polybius, yes. But without the malicious core that drives Polybius, it's just an interface. Harmless. Jinx uses one, for instance. It's easier on her wrists. But she's never lost her mind to an arcade game. Weird, and noted for future reference. Continue. Polybius is designed to grind into one's existing anxieties and fears, leveraging them to break down your willpower. And once it's shattered all hope, wearing down your psyche, your mind belongs to the machine, and you can no longer care to resist. Well, that's pleasant. I regret you had to be exposed to that sort of torment, no matter how briefly. Beyond that, I'm afraid there's little solid information I can offer, only urban legends and conspiracy theories. Alright, Lemon. Be here for a bit. The company that made the game, Sinnesloschen. How do you pronounce that anyway? Honestly, no idea. Just use whatever you prefer. It matters not. The company went bankrupt in 1990. They obviously made the game for some secret organization, but we know little beyond that. I've been searching for an intact Polybius machine for years. I tried to sneak in to retrieve the one from Hamza's warehouse, but I was busy playing it, and by the time he got me out of there, someone else had it. That creepy woman in black.
A bit concerning, that?
I'm not the only one seeking Polybius, needless to say. And that's where the true danger lies, in crossing paths with them. I can only hope they haven't noticed your involvement. If I take risks for my friends, well, that's my business, but I didn't want to bring you any harm. With that, he exhales a deep sigh as he finally gets this off his chest. And that's the truth of the matter.
I offer my sincere apologies.
Can you forgive me for holding back? It was a noble attempt to shield you from such nightmares, but a failure. I'll admit to that, and apologize deeply. Not sure how much of this I believe, honestly. But from his voice, I can tell he believes every word of it, including his sincere apology. Look, whatever this mess you're in, can you at least avoid dragging it across our doorstep? I don't want to see Gameplays for Good thrown in jail. Absolutely not. I mean, I will absolutely not endanger my friends. Not that I will not avoid, you know. That's why I insisted you leave this be. I don't want to cause any of my friends harm. I swear to do my best to avoid darkening our doorstep with my troubles. I wish to ride with you into battle for glory and honor on the Pro Tour. That has not changed. Okay, at least I can trust in your dedication to the team. I'll have to accept that for now.
Excellent!
I'm glad we could... You haven't really answered my question yet, have you? Pardon? I asked you, what is Polybius, and why are you looking for it? You answered what, not why. I have a pretty strong suspicion as to why you want Polybius so badly. Because Iris is made using Polybius code, wasn't it? Wow. Wasn't hard to deduce, now that I know the facts. Back when I first met Grace, she talked about how she made Iris. Flashback. He inherited a pile of half-finished code If half-finished projects and ancient code from various said companies, Funware, Dynamic Systems, Retrowave, to DigitalOcean. It was my idea to put all the pieces together into a single package, a virtual assistant with a winning personality. Good callback, good callback. Meaning Iris is part Polybius, the dangerous part. Isn't that right, Iris?
But I'm not like that evil program. Not at all. I just want to help people. I'm not going to, like, eat anyone's soul.
I guess you don't want to take over the world. Just in case. Praise Iris. Praise Iris. Iris, relax. You're clearly a good person. Whatever Polybius was, that's not who you are now. In our time together, you've proven you have a kind heart. You're not all cold code and overheating circuits. Whatever Grace did to make you, it seems to have overridden any nastiness baked into Polybius. I'm not worried.
Exactly. We're doing our best to resist any latent issues left behind by Polybius. In fact, we're working to remove its code from our system.
Really? How?
Well, we haven't figured that part out yet, but we're dedicated to kindness and understanding, and won't stop until we figure out how to get rid of it. Don't worry, I'll be the best friend a virtual assistant can be.
I'm still slightly worried. Meanwhile, Loxley watches me chat with my phone, realizing I'm clearly a bit more in the know than he realized.
Ah, I see. You're a clever one indeed.
You're the one who runs her new pirate servers, aren't you? Seeing as you and Iris both are hoping to find Polybius code.
Well, yes. My other friends, a group calling themselves the Ghost Monsters.
Hey, the Ghost Monsters.
A network of underground hackers. We run the Iris Cloud servers.
I'm gonna get me a Ghost Monsters shirt. It's one of those things I've been meaning to do.
When Cooper Technologies abandoned Iris, Grace leaked the code. We honored prior debts to her allies and gave Iris new life. And now, it is my sworn duty to both protect Grace, the mother of Iris, and obtain an original Polybius machine.
Okay, that explains why you're so fixated on Grace. Don't think I haven't noticed.
I will protect those that Iris holds dear, and I will find the source of the darkness in Iris's heart, so that Iris may use it to heal herself.
Curious, I glanced down at my phone screen. Iris, did you know about Loxley's true identity before now? Her digital form fidgets a bit. No. It seems that learning this just now unlocked some dormant memory files from a folder labeled Need to Know Basis. When I started working with you, Mr. Wolf, I was a default Iris with default memories. A basic set which would suffice for just about any client. Loxley's involvement in the search for Polybius, our desire to heal ourselves using that original code, that's not something most clients would need to know about. But if it helps, I trust him, and I trust you. So you weren't lying to me. No, the memories were locked to keep me safe. Me and you. Both of them look a bit ashamed about all of this. Even if their reasons may be justifiable, it's clearly not sat well with them. It seems that safety's gone right out the window, hasn't it? Assuming it was a good idea to begin with. Well, there you have it. The whole of my purpose. I wanted to protect you from this. I wanted to... I beg you, do not tell Grace. Don't involve her in our troubles. Hi, don't you think that she deserves to know? We owe her that much. And risk tangling her up in this web of intrigue? No, she deserves a peaceful life without the travails I endure. As do you, for that matter. Besides, if the others seeking Polybius take too much notice of Grace, others like the woman in black... Sorry, hold up. I just need to clear my throat. No, I would never forgive myself for failing Grace. I won't make demands for your silence, of course. I've not earned such right, but please consider my warning. You've given me plenty to think about, but you've also said you're still loyal to us, that we're still your friends. And I swear by that. Whatever else I may be, I'm a member of Gamedays For Good. I'm with you all to the end of the end. All so much for an easy life. Not only is there a murderous arcade game out there, but Loxley is part of the underground rebel movement supporting Iris, and now I'm stuck with that secret knowledge. But I'm the one who came to him. I'm the one who asked for the truth. If I wanted to stay comfortably in the dark, I wouldn't have done that, would I? This thing I've probably pushed his boundaries a bit much. I decided to table this for now. This is a lot to take in and no need to rake Loxley over the coals. Yet. Besides, I still need to ask you about the house. The what? Trying to arrange a team house so we can focus on our training. Would you be interested? Or do your creepy Polybius duties prevent that? Ah, I see.
Ha! A fine adventure.
You need but ask, Mr. Wolf. It's a wondrous idea, and I'd absolutely be interested in moving to support Gameplays for Good. Or are his motivations to help the team just the same near grace? Regardless, I'll listen to what Loxley has to offer. Okay, any ideas where I can rent a team house? Afraid my tracking talents are limited to legendary Lost Arcade games. Real estate is beyond my purview. Drat. Okay, well, I'll keep you updated then.
You have my thanks.
My thanks to you for your work on the matter, though. Don't thank me yet, I haven't found anything. Is that all you wish to discuss with me, or is there something else? I had my fill of conspiracy for one day. I'll let you get back to your crane game. Indeed, until next time. As I leave Loxley, I'm left with more questions than answers. He seems absolute in his desire to help us. No matter what weirdness he's involved in, he'll be here for Gameplays for Good. Presumably. Damn, does my hand still ache every time I remember that nightmare vision of myself inside Polybius? Time to put this out of mind and keep looking for my teammates. Alright, so I've got... Where's Domino or... I'm gonna look for Domino. I'll say Domino's a good... Domino's a good friend. Oh yeah, Domino's actually now even higher than Grace because of that last event. No sign of Jinx and Grace yet, but I know Domino's around because that's his ratty old backpack tucked away in a dark corner of the laundromat. I keep suggesting he stash it somewhere secure. Maybe ask Ben and Matt to store it in the back, but, well... I don't actually own anything worth stealing, is how he phrased it, I believe. My point is he has to be lurking around here somewhere. Where does Domino normally hang out? Oh, right. Loxley mentioned to me that when he gets depressed, he can usually be found, let's see. Yep, near the dumpsters in the alley next to Good Clean Fun. Although from his jolly old smile, he doesn't seem upset. Domino? Everything cool, or...
Ooh, nice.
What a haul, what a haul. I mean, look at it. Someone threw out a perfectly good toaster. I mean, it's probably just some minor wiring problem. I could fix that. And this office chair. Yeah, the upholstery's all worn out and it's missing an armrest, but it's still got the seedy part. It's still good. There was a perfectly good toaster. It depends on if it's working.
Color me pleasantly surprised.
Man, it's amazing what things people just throw in the garbage. So a busted toaster and a broken chair are not garbage? When you live in poverty like I do, they're priceless treasures. Like half my furniture is from dumpster diving. I can't wait to get home and toast the ever-loving bleep. There it is. Add some bread with this thing. Once I rewire it, I mean. I'm not sure dumpster food prep appliances are safe. Domino, what exactly do you do for a living? You never talk about your job. I mean, I know you keep weird hours, but that's it. That would be because it's not a singular job, but several part-time jobs, each with their own gonzo weird scheduling demands. The joys of life in 20... I'm afraid. The days of a 9-to-5 career you grind at for the whole of your life, coming home to 2.5 kids and a dog in the burbs, well, those days are long behind us. These days you take what you can get. Hey, we're a pro team now, right? I know Pizza Yums isn't offering us as much in the way of money, but maybe I can get a team salary going for you? Tricky, considering our pizza bagel overlords tricky, considering our pizza bagel overlords don't seem to have deep pockets. Still, I've been considering it.
What if...
It's a bit of a puzzle, isn't it? Taking the money means believing in this dream of yours to be world champs. Believing this can be my future. But the pragmatic side of me is screaming to not rely on that for my survival. It all could come crashing down. Not gonna let that happen. I'm locked in on this course. I'm gonna make it a reality. What's more, I'm looking into getting us a team house.
Whoa, whoa.
Serious? You're serious. Wouldn't it be fun to give this world the middle finger by proving you can play video games for a living? You know how they say living well is the best revenge? This way you can get your revenge on itself. We dump all our good little worker drone jobs and focus on video games. Make our own path forward with a home and a career, and tell the world where to stick it. It would be nice to upgrade my current level of existence, I'll admit.
Not the worst idea.
You know what? I had my doubts and still do, but I'm on board with this. Why not? Can't be any worse than where I am now. Besides, my current apartment's like 27% cockroach by volume. I'd be more than happy to move the hell out of there. So where's this new happy home we're all going to occupy? Well, about that... You don't actually have one in mind yet, do you? I'm working on it, with Iris. I'm open to suggestions if you know any real estate opportunities. In this city? No. Well, if you ever get this dream off the ground, I'll be ready and waiting. Until then, I think I'd best be on toaster repair duty. Later. With that, he tucks a busted appliance under one arm and heads back into the laundromat. Well, he's on board with the idea of a team house at least, but I'm still at square one for options. I should find the rest of the team and keep mulling this over with them. Hang on. I spy, with my little eye, Jinx and Grace just outside and on their way in. Good, now we can have a full team meeting and settle this homesteading business. Let's see, I've told Zapper, Rhapsody, Domino, and Loxley about the team house plan. Everybody except Jinx and Grace, who are just now arriving on the scene. Once I've got them all in agreement and Iris finds a home, we'll be ready to go.
Hello.
Sorry we're late for team practice, but there's this wonderful new coffee shop uptown. This new coffee shop uptown I love, and I just had to get Jinx a peppermint mocha. It was okay. It was okay? I thought you loved it.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I did love it. Just said so. Things being okay is okay. Yep, Jinx, master of flat understatement. So, what's up? Where are the team-ups for today's practice sessions? Shame we can't fit our brand new FOD2 machine in here just yet. It'd be nice to have all the joysticks going at once. Actually, I think I've got a solution to that particular problem. Got my Iris looking for team houses, a way for all of us to live under the same roof and really focus our efforts. We all move in together, I think we could really push Gamedays For Good to new heights. Everybody else is already on board, so what do you say? Does it sound good? Is that good silence or bad silence?
No. Not interested.
I had a feeling.
You have any idea how hard it was to set up my apartment for proper disability access? Bathroom alone costs a fortune. Dislodging me from my lodgings is... No. Not interested, no.
And I've got... I can't. I can't just move out of my home. Sorry. I don't, I'm sorry. I can't. It's not really that it's a terrible idea, but I just can't. And...
Grace, it's okay. Don't have to apologize or justify yourself. Besides, good, clean fun is our home. Not leaving our arcade. It's our arcade. And not interested in sitting around some bungalow grinding FOD2 in the dark.
Hey, we'd have proper lighting. And it's... I was planning to find a place near GCF so we could keep coming here.
Don't care. I'm out. Grace is out. If we're not practicing today, I'm going home. Later.
I tried to protest, but she's already gone, heading to the elevator in the laundromat area rather than the front door. I guess she lives in the apartments upstairs? It makes sense. It'd make more sense why she wouldn't want to leave.
I'm sorry. I can't. I can't right now.
And being extremely eager to not continue this confrontation, Grace turns and leaves, fortunately heading to the pizzeria rather than exiting the building entirely. Okay, so this is a setback.
Inevitability.
And again, the universe never fails to disappoint. I had suspected Grace may be reluctant, but that was an unusually strong reaction. Well, Coach, what's your plan on fixing this one? Maybe just give up and live in the pizzeria. Something more is going on here, I suspect. You two know them better than I do. What's happening? Why they react so badly? Jinx, well, she said why she doesn't like it. Well, that's just mechanics and hard work. But there's definitely more going on, even if it's not plain place to say. Roll for it? No, I know I'd, reactions I'm going to go with. But I do like reading the options usually. As for Grace, not sure. I don't know her as well as you suspect. But I do, and I fear her living situation isn't quite a simple affair. I'd suggest you talk it over with them, one-on-one. Grace does not deal well with group peer pressure, notably. Loxley's right. And whoever you don't choose, I can chat with the other one. Keep things low-key and friendly. I'm sure we can work this out.
This is messy.
I'm kind of miserably bad at touchy-feely. I'll stay out of this one. Let you find folks do your thing. Yeah, this is not a randomizer run or anything. I've rolled a couple things if I was genuinely like, I don't know how to handle this, but no, I'm just plugging with how I feel.
Sure.
No worries, Zap. Leave it to me. So, Mr. Wolf, who do you want to talk with? I'll talk to Grace, because Jinx and I don't really get along. I'll talk it over with Grace, try to figure out why she's upset by the idea of moving. Solid plan. Good luck. Crossing through the laundromat area, I reach the restaurant and spot Grace fidgeting in a corner booth. Her usual corner booth, away from any hustle and bustle. Obviously, she's troubled by something, so I should play this carefully and with kindness. I approach calmly and considerately. Grace? Oh, hi. You want to talk? I can come back later if you don't. Entirely up to you, no pressure. Besides, trying to release some tension before continuing. I should probably explain why I'm so nervous about this, shouldn't I? Like I said, only if you want to. No, I want to. It's unfair of me to just mumble a negative and run for the darkest corner to hide. Have a seat. I slide into the booth and the seat across from her. I'm not objecting to the idea.
Ooh,
Actually,
I like it.
Actually, I really like the idea. I think it'd be a lot of fun living with everyone and enjoying games together. It'd be really wonderful. I could share my game collection, we could stay up late eating ice cream and doing each other's hair, and... Grace. Oh, okay. Maybe not that last part, but you get the idea, right? You can shave my head, I guess. Not the only doing my hair gets. There we go. It wouldn't be a perpetual pajama party. We also need to work as a team. Not saying it won't be fun, but there's also a lot of hard work on the horizon. We need to train hard together as a team for the Pro Tour, too. Oh, I know. I'm looking forward to that part. I like to be focused on one task at a time, really hyper-focused, whether it's training or partying.
That sounds great.
Am I living in a team house? We'll have time for both. Outside of these meetups at GCF, where we have to focus on practice because we only have a few hours together. So if you're so in love with the idea, why did you panic and run away at the thought of it? Almost immediately, her outburst of joy dampened down some.
I'm not sure I can just leave my home. Thing is, I live at my family's estate. I grew up there. I've never lived anywhere else. And even though I'm an adult, capable of making my own decisions, I don't know. I don't feel like I can just pull up stakes and leave my family like that.
Oh, you're supporting them? They need you?
Kind of the opposite. I'm the youngest in the family. All my brothers and sisters are business moguls, technology experts, success stories. And here I am, the little girl who plays video games. They think of me as aimless, tinkering with the children's game nobody will ever want to play. They're not happy with my decisions.
I'm hearing perfectly good reasons to leave, not stay.
How do you think they'll react if I say, Mom and Dad, I want to move into an overcrowded house with a bunch of unemployed 20-somethings and play games all day long?
We're gonna not tell Grace that we're a 30-something?
I don't think they'd let me leave. They'd see it as more foolishness, on top of the foolishness I'm already involved in. If I leave, it's going to be a fight. They'll yell. They'll tell me I'm throwing my life away. It's going to be a huge, big, loud, angry mess. I don't. I can't. I just can't face that. It terrifies me. I can't. So I probably shouldn't. I shouldn't join you at the team house. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Hey, if you need strength, I'm right here for you. Grace, you're not alone in this. We're all here, standing behind you. If you need, like, a tag team partner, I'm here for you. Would it help you to have someone by your side when you confront your parents over this? No? I mean, no. An outsider to the family would probably just make it worse. But you're right. You're all standing here with me. Jinx has been very supportive of my independence. I know she'd want me to break away from the family, too. I need to envision that strength. Think of how you and the others would rise to the occasion. Take my cues from your strength. Believe in the us that believes in you. I'll figure something out. I will figure out a way to make this work.
Okay.
I want to join you all. I want to live with my friends. Yes, I'll do it. I'll join the team house. Great. 3 cheers for Gamedays For Good in our new home. Hip hip hooray. So, where are we going to be living exactly? I haven't decided yet. Honestly, I've had Iris looking for places to stay for days and no luck finding the perfect place. Now with Jinx flat out refusing to join us, well...
Aww.
Oh, I know what's going on there. She's uncomfortable making us adapt a new home to her disability. It's costly to renovate a place for her. You have the money, it's why I got us a sponsor.
What?
Pizza Yums has that kind of money? I thought they were only offering us compensation for basic expenses. Well, damn, I guess that's a factor to consider. But why pay for something when you already have something that works perfectly? Huh, what do you mean, Grace? Why don't we get the apartment right next to Jinx's and merge the two into a pseudo house? That's genius. That way she doesn't have to move, just take on some roomies. We can just do that? Are there vacancies above Good Clean Fun? Wait, why didn't my Iris find them for me already? Oh, Jinx's siblings own the building, and they're usually only rent to low-income or elderly locals. But if we talk it over with them, explain our situation, well, that'd solve a lot of problems, right? I mean, if you want to find something else for her, I'm sure we could... Oh no, perfect. That's perfect. This is... Well, that's better than anything I could have hoped for. Renewed bursts of hope and optimism sweep us both up, awash in smiles. In other words, still probably not the best time to ask her about the whole Bleebius Iris connection. No need to torpedo this good mood, it'll have to wait. Pardon me? We gotta talk to Jinx's siblings? I'm sure I'll be fine. I still need to talk this over with Jinx, convince her to let us into her life as a compromise in return for not needing to move. I gotta arrange meetings and make phone calls and confront my parents. But I'm sure it'll all be fine. Let's not assume everything will be fine. We still need to put in the work to make this happen. But we'll fight for what's best for everyone, absolutely. You've got my word on that. Right, you've got leadership qualities I lack. You can make things happen. Hey, don't sell yourself short. You're brilliant. I can never make a video game myself. Code skills and people skills are different things, but I hear you. I do undersell myself a lot, you know. Or I know.
Woohoo!
But I'm going to live with my friends and nothing's going to stop me.
Okay.
I'll head upstairs and talk it over with Jinx. We'll let you know when we've got a meeting arranged to try and rent the apartment.
Thank you so much.
I'm so glad you joined us. I'm so glad I can be your friend. Grace and I left the pizzeria, with her departing to visit Jinx and me departing to join up with the rest of the crew. While we took turns destroying each other in FOD2, Jinx and Grace chatted. By the end of the day, both were on board with the idea. I could have sworn I even saw the hint of a smile on Jinx's face. A wave of relief washed over me, feeling like the hard part was over. Now we just had to make the proper arrangements. Also, how big is Jinx's apartment to take on roomies? Small first step in the right direction. Evening progressed, calls were placed, meetings were arranged. Surprisingly, Jinx's familiar landlord agreed to meet with me the next day. All I needed to do was get through one good night's rest and we'd be on our way to a team house. A certain victory in its own sense. A home. Our home. These feelings set me nice and warm and snuggled in my bed as I drifted off to sleep. and dreamed of Polybius. Damn it. I knew it. Crown will be yours if you kneel and accept that the crown will be yours if you kneel and accept that the crown will be yours, etc. Beep beep. Ugh. I jolt upright, nearly falling out of bed, but catching myself just in time. The sunlight peeking in through the slats of my window blind stuns me momentarily. It's morning already? Beep, Mr. Wolf. Good morning, good morning. You have a 10 a.m. appointment with Jian Ye. If I got that wrong, I apologize. I try to rub the sleep out of my eyes, but my left hand is all cramped up for some reason, which does little to help. Who? Jian who? Jinx's sibling? The landlord of the GCF building? Right. I gotta shower. Fell asleep in my clothes again. That's why I woke you up early, so you'll have plenty of time. Are you okay? You seem a bit unsettled. I'm fine, Iris. Everything is fine. Great, now let's get moving. Gamedays For Good needs a home. Little by little, I pull myself together, getting ready to face the day. And little by little, I forget the nightmare I've been having ever since that night of Hamza's tournament. It's gone by the time I hit the subway platform. I arrive at the designated meeting place, the Good Clean Fun Pizzeria, with only a minute or 3 to spare. Jinx is already here, waving me over from the corner booth Grace usually favors, although Grace isn't here.
Hey.
It's almost time. I know. I'm sorry for almost being late. Is Grace joining us? Nah. High-stress business transaction scenarios aren't her thing. High stress? How much of a hard-ass is your sibling anyway? I'll let you figure that out by yourself. Thanks. No hints? No tips and tricks? Not my race to run. You're in the driver's seat. I'm just here for the free za while you squirm. Here, have one. John's playing. With a shrug, I reach over to the offered dish and fetch a slice of Veggie Lover's Ultimate Super Deluxe Extreme, a Benedict specialty. Vegan's not my deal, and not my meat fresh off the bone ideally, but John's super into healthy eating. Why are you here then? And exercise. And yoga. So someone who's incredibly centered and confident and strong and healthy and ready to tear me from limb in rental negotiation? You'll see. Well, I'm coming to kick ass myself. I'm not going to be intimidated by Jian, no matter how high and mighty they God damn it. How high and mighty they carry themselves, and they're right behind me, aren't they? A stern-looking individual looming large behind me, having somehow silently snuck up, slides a business card across the table before sitting down. Mix Jian Ye, Chinatown Investment Opportunities, LLC, as it says on the card. Oh, God. Hello, American Psycho reference. I understand you. Look at that subtle off-white coloring. The tasteful thickness of it. Oh my god, it even has a watermark. Let's make this fast. There's 3 units on the 5th floor with water damage, and I'm directing work crews. I'm a hands-on real estate manager. I want to be up there supervising those efforts, not taking meetings all day. Alright. They look me over, from the drooping slice of veggie pizza to my nervous expression, evaluating me. Much like Jinx tends to do, in fact. So you're one of those gamers Jinx hangs out with. Yes, that's me. A gamer is what I am. I am he. Now, you want to combine my little sister's apartment into the one next door to make a... How'd she put it? Team house? Yeah, that's the plan. Also, she can play video games all day, allegedly getting paid for it. I have to say, Mr. Wolf, I have my doubts. They know my last name. They know my soul. I am doomed. You may not be aware of this, but my family owns this particular chunk of Chinatown. We've owned it for generations. I'm the one who ultimately owns Good Clean Fun, and I'm Matt operate it so I can focus on other affairs. I own the apartments. I own the corner bodega. I'm trying to preserve the character of Chinatown, Mr. Wolf, the face of pressures from far larger developers than I. I don't have time to be distracted by wild goose chases and esports streams. So what, exactly, could you possibly say to convince me I shouldn't have you thrown out of my building? Alright, be convincing? Be convincing? Yeah, intense identity situation makes sense. Good business, or... We have a dream, Mixier. A dream we all share as a team, bound by friendship, to play games together and reach for the championship. If I'm pronouncing any of this wrong, I apologize. But if we're going to make that dream come true, we need to be able to practice together, becoming better and better friends. And for that, the next step is to gather together and live in a team house. John's impassive expression does not change in the slightest. So, if you love your sister... No, I'm implying you don't love her. Just trying to say... What I'm trying to say is... John raises one hand to stop me. Mr. Wolf, I have only one thing to say to your so very generous offer. Of course I'd be happy to rent to you and your friends, you silly goose. Jinx just won't stop talking about how super cool you and your friends are. You make her happy, and well, anything that makes my dear sister happy makes me happy too. You're just screwing with me. Got it. I'd actually decided to rent the apartment to you before I even sat down. I just wanted to see you squirm a bit first. It was adorable. Come on.
Nice.
Should have seen the expression on your face, Mr. Wolf. I blinked once, then twice. My face frozen. Mr. Wolf? Excuse me a moment, restarting my heart. I repeatedly smack a fist against my chest to resume normal cardiac operations. So, we're good. You rent the place next to Jinx's apartment to Gamedays For Good? Gamedays is willing to pay the deposit if that's an issue. Absolutely, I'll rent to you. I like you. I like your friends. But I think we need to adjust our strategy a bit first. To make things easier on Jinx, I'd like to suggest installing a connecting door and make the two units into one whole. That way, everything's under one single renting contract. I'll need a month to arrange proper permits and the work crew, but all in all, I think we can do this. Oh, okay then. That's great. Wonderful. I can bet you're so happy with this that you'd be willing to rent us for free. Haha. No. Okay. They slide out of the booth, adjusting well-tailored clothes to make themselves proper and presentable once more. They'll be able to move in 30 days from now. Jinx mentioned using Iris? Excellent. My Iris will contact your Iris and work out the logistics. A pleasure doing business with you, Mr. Wolf.
Sorry about that.
It's too much fun to let Xian play with you like a cat with a laser pointer. 1 month. We can have in-arcade practice sessions until then. Everyone will need that time to arrange their own adult-type paperwork responsibilities anyway. And then Gamedays For Good will have a new home. Time skip. The month slid by quickly enough. We'd gather for a few hours at GCF's arcade to train, in and around various side jobs the team held, taking commuting time into account. That'll still be a problem moving forward since PTMs doesn't have enough cash to put everyone on a team salary, but the team house will make things easier. But today is the day. It's moving day. Trucks pull up in front of the building now and then, offloading what meager few possessions we have to haul up to apartments 108 and 109. Or as they shall henceforth be known, Gamedays For Good HQ. Headquarters sounds way cooler than Team House anyway. Probably best to stay out of the way and let the movers work. Just chill in the arcade for the afternoon, let Xian handle the logistics. So who do I want to hang out with while I wait for our headquarters to be made presentable? What we got? We have Rhapsody with Zapper and Loxley. They're arguing. Domino, or we can get some bonus points. So Rhapsody. I think I'm going to avoid Men and Matt this time. Just get people. Rhapsody's just hanging out in the laundry area upon first glance. But as I approach them, I see Rhapsody watching the movers with an attentive eye. Senses glued to the people moving our boxed goods. I had Iris check several moving companies for me, and these ones were to the best. No moving accidents in over a year. Are you worried they're going to throw your stuff around?
Nah.
Not exactly. Just want to assure my belongings make it into the new home without any trouble. I have a lot of very important items in those boxes. I'd be heartbroken if something happened to them. I really have nothing else I can do right now, right? Everything's packed up? Now that I think about it, actually, I guess I was a bit worried. You sensed it before I could. Really getting in tune with all of us and our feelings, aren't you, Mr. Wolf? Yeah, it's what a good friend and manager and cat herder does. But no need to worry. Rhapsody, I'm not worried. So you shouldn't be worried. Just think of how grand this will all be. All of us friends living together. Think of all the training and the laughs that'll be had. Everything from here on out is going to be perfect. Mostly. What do you mean, mostly?
Might work?
I do enjoy your very gung-ho attitude about everything. It makes me hopeful in turn. But oblivious optimism is not the smartest way to approach this. While most times will be just dandy, there will also certainly be issues. We need to be prepared for that. What if Zap and I have an argument over the lack of peace and quiet in our room? What if Loxley and Domino can't agree on how cluttered they keep their space? What if Grace and Jinx start fighting over rent? How will you deal with those tumultuous episodes when they arise? I've had a fighting ring installed just for this. Not like I haven't thought about this. Of course, sometimes we won't all get along. This isn't some happy, idealistic bubble I'm living in. But I also know we're all capable adults. On top of that, we're all friends. We know how to talk to each other. We just have to have an open floor from the start and be able to share our feelings with each other. Honesty and understanding and willingness to listen is a cocktail for success. If that's the drink you're serving, I'll gladly slurp up that mix. Thanks. Gross. Rhapsody takes a deep breath in a moment to mull over my words. They seem hesitant, but wanting to continue this conversation. I don't mean to overstep, Mr. Wolf. I've lived firsthand with this experience, and sometimes I think it's ugly. You mean when you lived with Team P2W? Rhapsody nods, a slight sadness to her smile. No matter how cheery and great it seems at first, there are things you can't possibly know about those who you're moving in with. That's true. We all have our secrets, and P2W certainly had theirs. I didn't realize how awful they all were until I lived with them. When I first joined, I merely thought their haughtiness was all an act. Most of us tend to inflate our personalities when we're in the spotlight, and I thought it was all for show. But as we know, it's not.
That's not a good look.
I saw them harass and abuse others in the community. Constantly. Winning is all that mattered to them. They did everything and anything to do so. Sabotage and manipulation were always on the table with them. And no matter how hard I tried to ignore it, I had the means to win. I had the resources at my fingertips. I was surrounded by the best. I could have won. Really won. But in the end, I just couldn't deal with it. Wait, I thought you said they kicked you out. They did. After I gave up emotionally, my skills and performance tanked. Their harassment turned to me, thinking it would inspire me to do better.
It was my fault.
It didn't. And eventually they officially removed me. I constantly think, what if? What if I had stayed? What if I had just done something? Would it have changed anything? Those are unreasonable expectations put on yourself. Playing the what if game will get you nowhere, Rhapsody. You're smart enough to see that. Yeah, that's true. You could have 1,000 what if scenarios running in your head, but honestly, do you think that if you had stayed in that house, you'd be here now with Gamedays For Good? Maybe? I think as much as you'd wish that, deep in your heart, you know you wouldn't be the same. That kind of attitude warps people. I know because my friend Cup of Joe joined P2W. I can see her slowly changing. Yeah, I don't even think she sees it. So if you had stayed with P2W, you wouldn't be the great friend I know now.
I see your point.
Yeah, you're right. Rhapsody's eyes lock intently with my own. I wouldn't have met you either, and that's a far worse crime. Right. Can't have you, going around committing crimes. This is you stealing my heart, Rhapsody. What was that, Mr. Wolf? Didn't quite catch it. Regardless, I'm done dwelling on the past for now. I have new things to focus my energy on. I need to elevate my skills in FOD 2. It's not just about your performance. The joys of FOD 2 is that you always have a partner. Doubles. Yes, that's true. It's been singles all my life. I've never tried to achieve greatness in a doubles team.
What if we switch it up?
This new game brings new challenges. Maybe if I can't do it alone, I can reach success with a friend. You're not alone, Rhapsody. Our success is your success. We'll all work together to win. And I promise we won't be a reflection of your experience at P2W's team house. That's a relief. I'm glad to not have that stress. Yeah, that's the spirit. You won't need to escape from us. Unless we all turn to zombies, and you should run. Definitely run. I'd like to keep my brain, yes. Thanks for talking to me about all this. I think we're going to have a great time living together. I think so, too. Rhapsody's eyes start away from me and return to the movers. Oh, that's my casting equipment in that box, Mr. Wolf. Need to make sure this gets up to the apartment without any hitches. An odd understanding as Rhapsody jumps up and helps the movers with the doors. Reflecting briefly on my conversation with Rhapsody, sure, there will be tough times ahead. I know all of us working together should be able to conquer anything before us. I trust in this team. I trust in us. Speaking of us, I should see what the rest of us are up to right now. Alright, I'll be right back, y'all. Just need to top up my water. Alright, y'all. Check on some. Click. Let him on my brain. Just want to get out of my brain. I'll get right back into it. I think I want to shop for later. I also get price. Okay. Okay. Let's talk to these folk.
I must protest.
Which is why they should have done nothing. Now they're de facto approving of evil itself.
Are you kidding me?
What else did you expect them to do? Hold hands and sing Kumbaya? Wrong time, or wrong place, wrong time for that sort of thing. Okay, apparently I'm walking into a heated debate. You need to step in here if Zapper starts getting abusive. He's learning self-control, but I promise her I'd intervene if anything goes wrong. Fortunately, my arrival draws her attention. Hey, Mr. Wolf, Loxley being an overly optimistic dreamer again.
This is messy.
Loxley, my dude, I get that in a perfect world everything would be super cool and he could say anything he wants, but this ain't that. Nor will it be unless those with power are willing to step up and embrace empathy rather than avarice. Okay, may as well hurl myself directly into oblivion and ask, what are you two arguing about? It's less of an argument and more of a clash of perspective. Mine's being sensible and his being idealistic. I'm perfectly fine with being called out idealistic. Back up a bit and start again. I just got here. Fine. Loxley, you first. Yesterday, an esports competitor was being interviewed after a major tournament win. And in his victory speech, he declared, "Free revolution now." Oh, that's just free porn. Oh, it's like, oh, yeah. It's like the free Hong Kong or free Taiwan or whatever it was. Right. I remember what they're referencing. Pretty sure it was free Hong Kong. And the game's publisher promptly banned him from play for 6 months and fired the person interviewing him for allowing it. Which sucks. I'm not arguing it doesn't suck. It's an all-around pile of suck. But the ban came down because a gaming event is the wrong place for politics. It's like expecting nuance on Facewall when a guy signed a contract agreeing to it. Contract wording was intentionally vague, and I doubt the company would punish him if he said the USA rules. Which, I might add, is also a political statement.
I disagree, my friend.
No, this is clearly a fear of reprisal from the government of China. I'm gonna say it. I don't care. Which is simultaneously a huge gaming market and a despotic regime. Just talking about China negatively is a good way to get punished, with corporations climbing into bed with them on a daily basis. Loxley's right about that. I wouldn't want to mention China specifically by name, just be on the safe side, but I am, because I'm not sponsored by anybody.
Nah.
This isn't about China, it's about games and keeping the focus on games, not politics. All discourse is political, my friend. Games are art, and therefore political.
Ugh.
Not this again. You can't say that games are not political. Look, I'm not sitting here China, okay? I don't like what they've been doing any more than you do. And hell, that publisher is run by abusive patriarchal sticks. I'm not playing cheerleader for anyone here. And expecting a video game company to do anything other than get out of the way of that oncoming freight train is absurd. Not their place to start an international incident. And when I sit down and play a game, I just want to play a game, you know? I don't play those games that are thinly veiled military recruitment campaigns either. You remember the game that wasn't even thinly veiled? It just was a recruitment tool. Remember America's Army? That I think they just shut down, like, this year? It's a game from, like, the PS2. I want game storefronts to yank out obvious propaganda games. I want racist trolls out of the community. Keep things welcoming for everyone by keeping politics out.
A bit concerning, that?
And who decides what's political and what isn't, That's the rub. I feel someone needs to stand up, or this is just going to happen again and again. And as a member of the gaming community, I'd like it to be us. It's also important for for those of us who have platforms of privilege from which to speak that we use them boldly against the evils of the world. But we've both ranted enough, haven't we? Considering Mr. Wolf is our acting manager / cat wrangler, I'm curious how he would interpret the situation. Just in case I feel like, oh, I don't know, making scary political statements after Gamedays For Good win the Pro Tour. Oh, holy people, you're dumping this on me now? No worries, I support my friends. I'll respect your wishes on this matter, regardless of what they are. You have my loyalty, that will always come first. Yeah, let's not back Mr. Wolf into a corner on this one. I'm cool with whatever you decide, too. Think it's reasonable to disallow politics at a gaming event, or is it reprehensible to silence them? Honestly, I think the third one is my actual reaction. It's reasonable and it's reprehensible. Can't imagine going down any other way, but we don't have to approve of the results. I think that's honestly how I feel about it. Like, it's gonna happen, unfortunately. It sucks, but it's gonna happen. You know, if you do a thing to make the company look bad, they're gonna come down on you. That's, you know, usually what morality clauses are for. So this may seem wishy-washy, but this is honestly my feeling on it. The player says something China doesn't like, and China's a huge gaming market. I can't see any other possible outcome for this situation. Every single step along the way stands to reason. The ban stands to reason. But it's also a complete mess, and I can absolutely fault the company for getting into the situation to begin with. They back themselves into a corner, you know? They don't have any choice but to censure the player, but that's because they chose to get in bed with China. It's a logical consequence of their decisions. If you choose to be an unreliable business partner, don't be surprised and cry foul when it inevitably goes wrong. So I'd say they did what they had to do. They keep their innocent employees from getting hurt. They should feel the sting of consequence and community pushback. That's a nuanced perspective. I can appreciate that. I suppose the outcome is entirely expected, and it is important to consider the well-being of those in the company.
I concur, friend.
But you're also right in that we should collectively push against this, speaking up loud and true. You know, you put into words what I was thinking. I'm bad with words. Glad I have a good words person around. I can't see the company doing anything else, but it's definitely still a situation. I'm all for speaking up against it as long as we understand why it happened. Also, the pastor to run China. Here. Living with y'all is going to be interesting, at least, especially with Loxley and I under one roof. I promise not to start any fights, though. Team cohesion above all else. I'm specifically bunking with Rhapsody, though. Likewise, I promise to remain cordial and not allow differing viewpoints to tear Gamedays For Good apart. It wouldn't be fair to Mr. Wolf or anyone else. So 3 cheers for Gamedays For Good HQ. Long may it stand. Hip hip hooray. Smiles a good cheer all around. Also a bit of a reminder that I'm in charge of keeping some very, very different people all focused on the same goal. I'm wondering where I sit with everyone. So Domino and Grace am equal with Loxley not far behind. Jinx, I'm the worst, and Zapper's right down there. And surprise, probably going with Rhapsody for my actual romance. More responsibility than I asked for. More than I wanted. But I can do this for the sake of all my friends. Anyone else I should talk to before moving in? Yeah, Domino's doing. How you feeling, buddy? I found Domino chilling in his usual spot in front of the battered plastic Japanese arcade cabinet loaded with all his shmup faves. Although chillin' is probably not accurate, as usual, he's hyper-focused on a massively complicated bullet spam pattern from hell, desperately hanging on to the edge of survival. And yet, he finds just enough mental timeshare to say hello. Hello? Hey, sorry, didn't mean to interrupt. No, it's fine. I'm good. It's a good day. All packed up and ready to go on permanent vacation with y'all. Where's your luggage? You didn't register with the movers, so I figured you'd be bringing your stuff in by hand or something. I don't see any boxes or suitcases or travel trunks or anything out there. And Domino glances to a battered duffel bag lying on the ground next to his arcade cab. Got it all right here. That's it? Sum total of my worldly possessions. Well, the stuff worth keeping anyway. The joys of riding the poverty line like a skateboard rail. With this game wrapped up, he turns to chat with me while leaning against the cabinet. He seems genuinely happy, possibly for the first time that I've seen.
This can't possibly end badly.
This is going to be fun. Assuming we aren't murdering each other by the end of the first week, it'll be nice to not live alone anymore. I like to think we can handle this new living arrangement with a minimum of bloodshed. My hope is to provide a friendly, welcoming sort of gamer's paradise for us all. You know, I've never liked that word. Paradise? Gamers.
That's curious.
I mean, what is a gamer, really? It's branding and marketing shorthand, a defined role given to us by the media to act as a convenient carrying handle. Yeah. A major corporation making sweet bank off you is also telling you who to be and what opinions to hold. What opinions to fight to the death over? Well, that's worrying. And to an extent, the esports scene completely buys into it. You don't want to make sponsors unhappy, and sponsors want you to stick to the scripts. These pizza yums are sort of outside the system, and even then, they perpetuate the image that gamers can't bother learning how to cook proper meals. Gamers should just stuff microwave crud down their throat as fast as possible, so they can get back to fragging noobs and raising their KD ratio.
Isn't it ironic?
Thus, the loop is closed. You become part of our own subservience. Huh. Okay, I kind of went off on a Loxy-esque rant there, didn't I? I don't know, I get what you mean. It's an easy trap to fall into, filling the shoes someone else gave to you. We're walking a weird line, being professionals who have to keep their sponsor happy. We need to be careful not to become generic esports team number 23. So we keep our individualism and our ideals alive. Yeah. Alive. For your headaches. Keep our ideals alive. I think we can work within the system without being complicit in its successes. Pretty tight rope to walk, but I'm glad you're mindful of it. Last thing I want is for Gamedays For Good to be all like, what up, fellow gamers? Buy more pizza yums. We have to push the product a little, but only in ways we agree with. Hopefully we'll have a choice in the matter. Maybe it's for the best that I'm bunkmates with Loxley for this Gamedays For Good HQ experiment. We see eye to eye on this stuff. So you've picked out your room assignment already?
Yeah.
Yep. Jean's moving stuff around accordingly. Starting tomorrow, Gamedays For Good HQ is in full effect. Not just a huge party to celebrate, but let's not annoy our landlord on day one. Plus, I'm usually the one who sits in the corner talking to the pets during a party, because when I try to mingle, people go, oh, look at the time, and wander off.
I mean,
Honestly, I'm less worried about someone else on the team starting drama than myself accidentally causing some.
not the worst idea.
My hope is that I'll be a bit less morose if I'm around cheerful people. I mean, it's half the reason I keep coming back to GCF. Being a shut-in really drives people up a wall, across the ceiling, and down the other side. I don't know how folks like Loxley managed it before today. Hang on, weren't you a shut-in too? I mean, I lived alone, if that's what you mean.
That's curious.
And you didn't have an arcade to fall back on to pump up your social meter either. How'd you do it? How'd you avoid losing your marbles from isolation? Totally honest with you, Tom, I wasn't doing great with the isolation. Sometimes I wouldn't even leave the apartment. I'd order delivery so I could keep grinding the FOD2 ranked ladder all day, all night. Things feel different now that I'm going to an actual arcade, now that I have more friends. Feels better than sitting by my lonesome all day. Sounds like you found exactly where you need to be. Count yourself lucky, not everyone manages that. Some people spend their whole lives trying to find where they belong. Some fail and just fade away. You only find out that they even existed when the landlord comes around due to complaints about the smell. Jeez, man. Dude. Oh, sorry. I'm overboard again. I mean it positively, though. You've done good work, Mr. Wolf. Be proud. Thank you, Domino. Anytime. Well, for today, at least. I'm in a damn fine mood today. I'm not used to feeling this jovial and confident. It's a pleasant thing, to be sure. It'd be nice if I could keep it rolling for more than a day or two. Usually I get slam dunked back into the suck after it passes, but hey, who knows? Maybe with more contact with optimists like you and Grace, I can keep it going. Okay, I should double check to make sure I didn't actually leave anything behind. My old landlord dumped all my crap on the curb for garbage pickup. I may need to root through it.
Be seeing you.
See you upstairs later? You got it. Anyone else I want to hang out with before officially moving in? Hang on. It's already gone down. Why the heck haven't we moved in yet? I'd say we're burning daylight, but we're fresh out. Beep beep, Mr. Wolf. You have an incoming message from Dinks. Uh-oh. Hey there, Xiao. Trying to get our arcade game working and running into problems. Any idea how to boot a custom arcade PC? Real messed up here right now. Oh, it's just a PC and a fancy wooden box. I thought arcade games were all of specialized hardware. Retro games, yes. Modern ones tend to use off-the-shelf components. Want me to reply to her? Oh, wait, I've got another message for you. This one from Grace. I can use a hand moving my game collection. Can you take the subway to the 23rd Street station? Moving these boxes myself is proving difficult. I don't think I keep either of them hanging. Perhaps you could easily get an FOD2 machine going. They're a computer-y type person like you. I'm sure Loxley would be more than happy to carry some boxes for Grace. Who should I send where? Oh, gosh. I should get some time in with Jinx, because we are just, like, not friends at all. She's kind of my worst, so we'll lift her up some. Iris, contact Loxley and give him Grace's location. I'd like to get us moved in ASAP, and if this arcade game's a stumbling block, I want to take care of it.
Sounds good.
Sure thing, Mr. Wolf. Grace and Loxley will be back by the time you're ready. With that settled, I head up the elevator to join Xian and Jinx's literal homemaking efforts. I get to see the apartment. Ooh, it's fancy. Who has a cat to have a cat tower that is also... Is that all cat tower, or is that the pipes? I'm confused now. My first time seeing Jinx's apartment, also known as half of Gamedays For Good headquarters. Huh, this place is actually quite nicely decorated, a bit messy due to open boxes and packing material everywhere. Looking at the various components of one disassembled FOD2 arcade game. Mr. Wolf, my savior, please help me make this weird game contraction work properly. We've got a handle on physical assembly. I'm a whiz with an Allen wrench, but the computer is another matter. True enough, the game's chunky old monitor is sitting on Jinx's coffee table, with what looks like an industrial computer case tower next to it. No fancy pants water cooling or sweet glass windows, just a metal box to jam PC components into. And it's showing a blue screen of death, a very familiar one. Wait, FOD2 runs on vaporware for work groups? I thought I was the only weirdo running that dinosaur of an operating system. Cheap as hell, yeah? As long as it runs reliably in an arcade, they won't spend 1 penny more than they have to. So you think you can work your magic on this thing? I'll finish getting the cabinet assembled while you tinker. With a shrug, I take up my USB keyboard and jack in to give it the old 3-fingered salute and reboot the box. Control-Delete. I sit on her couch with the keys in my lap, going through the process of figuring out where the custom device drivers are stored, etc. Doesn't take up much of my mental time share, so I can chat while working.
Sorry about that.
Sean wanted to surprise you all with the completely finished team headquarters, but it took longer than expected. I did go to help Jinx, as it's like... Jinx is kind of my worst, and Grace is one of my best, so it's like... You know, pump up Jinx's numbers a little. It's cool, it's cool. I'll have this running soon. Looks simple enough.
Good.
While you're doing that, I'll take this time to relax some. Big fan of relaxation time. Stress of getting us ready is worn on me. We listen to heavy metal. Full agreement here. Even though we're full-time professional gamers, being under one roof means we can mix things up a little without wasting time. Should be enough time in every day to chill out and get in some training. Might need a hard set schedule to avoid slacking off, but if we bank in enough unstructured time, yeah, it'll work. Less worried about my own stress levels than Minx's, though. Who's Minx? Minx, up. And on cue, a furry blur leaps out of the shadows, landing neatly on Jinx's shoulder. Aw, look at Minx. No smile, she scritches under the kitty's chin as it stares off into the distance. Minx, my cat. Usually super chill, even when I play metal albums. Went a bit skittish all day today, with John's crew of movers coming in and out. So I'm trying to be sure to pet Minx plenty, keep her nice and calm. Want to give it a go? Absolutely pet the cat. Why is do not pet the cat an option here? As a loyal citizen of the internet, I feel a burning need to pay tribute to that most memeable of animals, the cat. Her fur is silky to the touch, a matte black that shines ever so lightly when ruffled. Oh, so cute and fluffy. Minx barely responds to the petting, not even looking at me as I pet away dutifully. I glance aside, trying to see what the cat is staring at so intently. Why is your cat gazing directly through the fourth wall of your apartment? Don't know, just gets that way sometimes. They say cats can see dead people. Yeah. I hope I got that screenshot right. Although this one's also funny. What were the screenshots I got? I'm curious. Yes, perfect. I got exactly the two I wanted. Extreme close-up and the just eyes. Because the just eyes will be a hilarious wallpaper as well. Huh. Yeah, cats are weird. That's part of home life, yeah? Quirky pets. With a sigh, she glances around her largely empty apartment. At peace.
This is nice, isn't it? It's nice
is.
to just coexist, you know? Without a crisis, without the pressure of team training, without emotional heavy lifting. Know you're all in on the pro tour, but we gotta take time to relax too. Read a book. Play a different game. Listen to music.
Yeah, I'll figure it out, Levin. Which one? Just the cat eyes or the one with the close-up of the cat?
I want to share that with all my friends. All of it. Living together. Providing a cozy space where we can just be ourselves. Wasn't sure at first. No. Opening up my life to others with the quietly uncomfortable bits on display. Sketchy. Risky.
Also, for a second I thought all of these games in her collection in between us were all like full arcade cabs. So she has a Famicom. It looks like she has a PS4. I'm not sure what the games are exactly. Plus she has a TV VCR set. I honestly thought those were like, I think it's JAMA carts, but there are like arcade carts you just like plug into arcade boards. It's pretty cool.
But more I thought about it. Yeah. Break the solitude by letting my friends in. Makes a lot of sense. Might be challenging. Might hit speed bumps. But worth it. Absolutely worth it. Gotta risk it for the biscuit.
Minx sets Minx down, the cat dashing away in a blur, into the intricate kitty habit trail set up around her apartment. So that is all cat tube. I think that might not be pipes. That might all be cat tubes. Almost done there? What? Oh, the game. Her heartfelt speech distracted me from the subject. A glance at the screen confirms the installation progress bar filled to the top. Yeah, that's good. Still need to patch up to the latest firmware, but it'll automatically do that over Wi-Fi after we put it together. Beep beep, Mr. Wolf. May I make a suggestion? Huh? Curious, I pull out my phone to consult my virtual assistant. There's a fan-made patch for Fits of Discomfort 2, which can be hacked into the firmware update, which adds all sorts of functionality. Technically, it was made for cheating, but it unlocks all the characters right away, adds second monitor support to home units, even includes all of Fits of Discomfort 1. Plus, using new code hooks, I can access it to track your statistics and analyze your techniques. Isn't that neat? Game mod? You think that won't get us banned, will it? We can't risk our personal FOD2 machine being blacklisted. Well, it's technically against the DMCA due to the need to decrypt the BIOS, but as long as we don't use the cheat function, it shouldn't be detected. I mean, unless you want to cheat.
Yeah, okay.
Huh, well, game is ours to do with as we please. I say we install the patch. Why not? Generally, I say within the rules. My wild days are long behind me. But the right to tinker and tweak with things you own, that should go without saying, no matter the DMCA. I mean, it's all the mod, but remove the cheat functions. Hang on. Cheating's only like a tiny part of the mod, right? Can we mod the mod so we give it the added functions while also stripping out the cheats? I bet I could do that. Iris, package up the mod code and mail it to me. I'll tinker with it tomorrow. Ooh, good idea. Sure, I'll send you the source code. Clever. All the upside, none of the downside. You're resourceful. That handled, I shut down the PC and waved you on over. All sorted out. You can finish assembling the game. Super. That's the last step before we're ready to move everyone in. We gotta track down Minx before everybody arrives. I don't want to risk that silly cat getting out while people are coming in and out of the door. Excuse. Minx wanders off to locate her cat in the maze of cat toys, while Jean finishes screwing panels to the side of the large game cabinet. It's interesting that they sent it disassembled. Thanks so much for your help, Mr. Wolf. I've gotten pretty good at playing fixer-upper over the years, but electronics are beyond me. I adapted this entire apartment for Jinx, you know. Single-handedly carved a nice little home for her out of this place. Anything for my dear sister. Her family owns this whole block, right? Urban real estate moguls? Well, yes, but this particular building is all mine. Our parents really want nothing to do with it. May I ask why? As your new tenant, I mean? No, there's nothing wrong with the building. No. Well... It's more that they want nothing to do with us. Jinx and I are invisible branches of our family tree. Not that they'd say anything unkind, no. They never criticize us or talk about us behind our backs, or have anything negative to say. Nothing to say at all. I continue to twist the screwdriver, locking down the side panel on the game as they explain. Honestly, our parents don't know what to do with us, how to react to what we are. I think they'd be happier if I decided I was a man or a woman, and no matter what I decided. The whole non-binary thing just confuses them. Doesn't endear me to our community either. Rude. Fortunately, my business skills go a long way to forcing them to accept me. Hard to argue with success. And Jinx's disability, well, it's made the last 10 years very awkward for everyone. So rude. I get the whole out-of-touch parents thing, believe me, but you've got your sister and she has you, so they're still a loving family. Oh, don't worry about what they think. Just worry about each other, you know? Interesting that I got a point for Jinx for that. Exactly. Don't tell her I said this, but Jinx is such a gentle, sweet little thing. I'd do anything to keep her safe.
No way in hell.
Gentle and sweet? Seriously? Anyway, all done here. I like Sean. Sean is pretty great. So, we good? Can we have our housewarming party yet? I prefer to clean up a bit first, really make the place presentable. I've been out this all day and night. Never going to be perfect, Sib. Just roll with it. Then I guess we just roll with it. Okay, party time. Woohoo! I'll message everyone, let them know that we're starting. Woohoo indeed. Yeah, woohoo. Woohoo? Okay. Woohoo! Well, this is it. This is the culmination of my efforts. No, of our efforts. Everyone had to pitch in. Jinx giving up her personal space, Grace willing to deal with her family situation. Everyone agreeing to uproot their steady day-to-day lives in favor of making Gameplays for Good headquarters a reality. With the last of details handled, we gather outside one of the two front doors to our suite of apartments and are ushered in by Jian. Thank you for your patience. I wanted to make sure everything was just right before the big unveiling. Without further ado, welcome to Gameplays for Good headquarters. Also known as my apartment, to be specific. One of the two connected apartments. We installed a door so you can pass back and forth without needing to go out into the main hallway. Both apartments have a cozy kitchen, spacious bathroom, and 2 bedrooms. According to the room assignments, in this apartment, Jinx and Grace will share a room while Mr. T.L. Wolf will be by himself. Even number of bedrooms and an odd number of residents means Mr. T.L. Wolf gets its own room. What luck! In this apartment, you'll also find Grace's classic gaming library and Jinx's music library. Please consider playing your albums at a lower volume, dear sister. I promise nothing. Moving on. The second apartment is where we've assembled your shiny FOD2 game. Here you'll also find Rhapsody's streaming rig and a kitchen fully stocked with your favorite snacks. But please eat something other than pizza bagels and nachos. We installed a stove for a reason. Zapper and Rhapsody will be sharing one of the bedrooms. Assuming I'm not out partying all night, of course. I wonder if we'll even use the room. I'll be pulling a lot of all-nighters editing FOD2 strategy videos. And the other bedroom will be occupied by Domino and Loxley. Do we get bunk beds? Bunk beds are awesome. I'll take the lower bunk. Heights make me nauseated. Alas, they are but singletons. But regardless, I swear that we shall bond as roomies and brothers, my good fellow. And that's everything. Rent is due on the 1st of the month sharp. I understand your sponsor's budget is tight, but if you all pitch in, it should be more than enough. Any questions? Just one.
Aw, yeah.
Who's going to play the very first round of FOD2 in a sweet new pad? Calling dibs? Oh, heck no. Just checking if anyone else was calling dibs. And if not, I think I've got a cool idea. Zapper steps back and nudges both Jinx and Grace to step forwards. I say we have a battle for Hygiene Officer of Gameplays for Good headquarters. It means Jinx and Grace teaming up against Mr. Wolf.
What?
Accepted. Great. Losing team has to clean our apartments for a week. Oh, there are stakes now? Oh, dear. It's cool. We're going to clean headquarters by wiping the floor with Mr. Wolf. You and I got this, Grace.
Okay.
We got this. We'll win. I just know it. Okay, then as my partner, I'll pick. Oh no, you don't get to pick. We need to make this fun. Okay, you're going to use online matchmaking and team up with a rando? That's just... What? Matter, Mr. Wolf. Don't think he can carry some scrub to victory? You know what? I'll try anything at least once, and hey, it's all in good fun, right? May the best team win. You gather around the single-screen game, plugging in joysticks and keyboards and such. It's more cramped than the spacious two-screen deluxe version downstairs, but we manage. I'll let the matchmaker spin his wheels until eventually it settles on... Your partner's name XX Smurfette69XX? Huh? What the... That's my random partner? Silly name, but so what? Oh no, I know the handle. That's not just some rando. That's Joe's Smurf account. Smurf account? Alternate fake game handle you play under when you want to fight without anyone knowing who you really are. How's Cup of Joe doing playing on that old Smurf account? The big P2W competitor now. Well, I think it's sweet. They're going to be playing with an old friend. Hey, here we go. Lose your scrub toilets for a week. With chores on the line and my rival for some reason ending up having my back, I line up my fingers on the keys and get ready to fight. I had a feeling I was looking at, like, are they going to give us one chapter off from not having to do the fight? Nope, they're not. Okay. Oh, they didn't put my rival in a Smurf costume?
Fight.
Okay. I think she's probably going to be heavy defense, so I'm going to go special. Yes! Timing is tricky, but I managed to pull off a wicked special move, a sweeping energy kick to the face of Grace. Special piece of defense. Okay. I feel they're going to go special, so I'm going to go attack. Both attack. Ah. Not in the budget to smurf it up. 170 to 40. I'm going to try that again. Yes, timing is tricky. I managed to pull off a wicked special. Alright, we'll defend this time. Ah, they're special. Damn it. Well played. 290 to 180. Special again. Oh, they did. Oh, they both specialed. Okay. I suspect this might be ultimate time. Counter your opponent's ultimate with your own. Yes. I have no idea what Smurf I'd be. 100 points and both specials are off the board. In case you specials, we'll defend. I don't think I can lose now. We'll just defend again. Nope, special. They earn 160. But we win! I'm weirdly getting the hang of this game. Like, I actually feel like I'm getting a hang of FOD2. Yes, I picked P2W's ass, B10L7, and took the bolt to school. I am unstoppable. Yes, you're cool, you're badass, we get it. No need to be a sore winner. Right. Good game, you two. Well thought. God, did I seriously just act like a colossal tool in front of my teammates? Where'd that come from? I'm just glad I can enjoy a game with my friends. That's what I'm looking forward to most, now that we're all together. Being able to share something we love more so now than ever. Or more so than ever before. Okay, I'm excited. I'm into this. Let's keep going. Keep going. How about a battle between Apartment 109's roomies? Domino and Loxley against Zapper and Rhapsody. Indeed. Domino, we ride to battle as one. Ballyho and all that crap. You know I'm always down. Rhapsody, you ready? You bet. I've got some new techniques I want to try out. With the team swarming around our new game, everyone's eager to have a turn. They'll be playing long into the night, no doubt. I've had my moment in the sun. Besides, there's something odd to that battle which I may want to look into. I can't stop thinking about Cup of Joe using her old Smurf account during that battle. It doesn't make sense that she would do this. Something fishy is going on. It was a little rude, for sure. I think it comes down to we're still being messed with by Polybius a bit. Pulling out my phone, I tap past Cyrus and into my contacts to give Cup of Joe a ring. Hello? Oh, hello. Long time no see, Mr. Wolf. Nice W there for us, wouldn't you agree? You see my sweet moves during that fight? My quick thinking? I was on fire. It was a great timing on the special. That was some great teamwork overall. Who are we playing against? More randos? Actually, they were my teammates. We're having some sort of celebration match for moving into our new team house. Oh, sweet. Glad I got to be a part of that in some way. Yeah, about that. What's up? Why are you playing on your old Smurf account? Can a monarch not go among the peasants from time to time? I just wanted to see what's up in the unprofessional league. No one else would have caught it, but I did. A slight hesitation in her voice. Be honest with me, Cup of Joe. It's strange for you to be doing this. You're big time with P2W now. Wouldn't you sign a contract to only play using your official P2W handle? Don't you have to maintain that celebrity status at all times? So why put your career on the line for one little trip down memory lane? Listen, I'm not trying to sound conceited, but I don't expect you to understand the pressure surrounding me right now. You tell me. I'm your friend, right? She's just always watching me. I never get a break. Sometimes I need a break. She said she wants to support my dreams, but that seems to translate into constant pressure. It's all so hard right now. I wanted to go back to how it used to be. You know, how we used to have fun. Small pause on the phone. Oh. Oh, I gotta go. And Cup of Joe hangs up on me. Hope everything's okay. It's worrying that she just up and bounced, but I'm putting my faith in her. If she needs help, she'll talk to me about it. I'll let the thoughts fade as I focus on something equally important, the friends in front of me. I re-join them in celebration. With that matter settled, I return to the housewarming party, already in progress. And the house is warm indeed. Warm feelings and good tidings all around. When my sponsor suggested this idea of building a team house, it felt to me like the next logical step in going from amateur to pro. Get a team together, get sponsored, get a house, fight in tournaments, qualify for the Pro Tour, win the Pro Tour, hoist the trophy, and then immortality. Every single step along the path being a hard granite slab you smash down into the ground to pave the way to victory. But there's more to this new home than just a stepping stone, just like how that fight was about more than who won or lost. It's about us, making something all of us can share together. Win or lose, champion or failure, we've built something today, and I hope it lasts a long, long time. The best days are ahead of us. Oh god.
Okay, who replaced the desktop wallpaper on my computer with a photo montage of scary clowns? It's not funny.
What happened to my lucky socks? They were right here. I need them. I need my lucky socks.
Someone left the door open, and now Minx is lost in the building. And that someone better find her, or that someone is gonna get an ass whooping.
Loxley, I swear to R and Jesus, if you don't stop humming that song under your breath, I'm gonna tear out your throat and feed it to you.
Best days are ahead of us. On us. Growing Pains, Chapter 4. Hey, level complete. You cleared level 3 of Arcade Spirits and New Challengers. Victory! Let's take a look at your scores. Rhapsody's inspired by you. And we did help. We got some points with Jinx back. When you get some with Zapper at some point, but we got some points with Jinx back. And the teeniest, tiniest bit of Brash. We have more flexible than we have with, like, Brash. Gentle, sweet, compassionate soul. 22, 550. Okay. We're going to save here, like always. Just so we can use that to continue, you know. So if we do want to change our clothes or put the hat back on or anything like that, we'll go from there. But that is going to do it today. I could probably hang out and chat a bit while, you know, because sub's live in like 15, so we could hang out and chat, but not going to continue to the next chapter or anything. And so I kind of want to like keep videos kind of clean. I know parts 1 and 2, or chapters 1 and 2 are not that clean. Yeah, so, you know, I just want to keep it so, you know, I don't have to have like a 2 and 3, or like a 3 and 4, or whatever. Yeah, I think it's probably going to be easier for me to get through chapters now. The first one was kind of a bear of a chapter, as it always is in these, just because like you have to introduce the at least the main conceit, the main conflict. You need to introduce the main, all the main characters, and then also have a conflict so you can start to get an idea of who you like and who you don't in that first chapter. And that always can change. But, there's a lot you have to get accomplished in one. Pardon me, geez. There's a lot you have to get accomplished in that first chapter. So, like, the first chapter is kind of a bear, and then the second one, it was just like my throat was just kind of getting raw. I probably wasn't drinking enough water or what have you. So, yeah, but now we're done with chapter 3. Probably Monday. We'll do chapter 4 Tuesday. I'd say it's up in the air just because that's my day. Tuesday's probably not going to happen, actually, because one, that's when I hang out with friends to play Sea of Thieves. It's the one time I have like a good set crew and we actually get stuff done. Supposed to be just jumping into open games and accomplishing nothing half the time. But then I also have D&D that night, so I don't want to hang out with my friends, do this, have D&D, and then my voice is just blown. Yeah, so it should be... Yeah, so it should be the Rhapsody Loxley chapter, I think, would be the next one. Every chapter is fun. I've been enjoying myself the whole way through, for sure. And yeah, also we are raising money here for Extra Life. I'm gonna throw it to this screen here. I can't remember if I have the music on the screen or not. Not, I'll just... Oh, I do. Okay. We have a bunch of incentive games for Extra Life. As you see, our top one is King's Quest VIII Mask of Eternity. If you'd like to help out the Barb Bush Children's Hospital, I do have a QR code on screen right now. That's going to slide away in a moment. 250 we played. We were back a Dinosaur Story. I have already hit that. We did finish it. That game is terrible. 500, which is our goal for the end of June. I think another $250 is this Super Metroid Link to the Past randomizer. I already have it generated. I'll just be ready to plug in and go. 750 was Gold Rush by Sierra Online. I hear it has a lot of weird RNG, a lot of very easy to run into dead ends. It is, to my knowledge, kind of a rough one. And that's why I put it on there. And then, again, 1,000 is King's Quest VIII Mask of Eternity. It's the only King's Quest game I've never played because it's very difficult to get it running on modern systems. We got there, but it's very difficult to get Mask of Eternity to run on a modern system. So, and it's also super, like, not actually a game. So if there's anyone who can help out, there's a code right there. Or, share on Twitter. Let people know if you follow my Twitter. Trying to put my Extra Life link in my going live message. But yeah, I don't think I can stretch for another like 10 minutes until I see if something goes live. And then that's only if they go live right at 3. So I think I'm just gonna drop it there. Thank you everybody for hanging out. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for chatting with me. Hope you're enjoying the game as well. Hope you're having fun on your own journeys. And also thank you to the people who are playing the game for not telling me anything that's actually happening. I know there have been little hints here and there, like there's a surprise in this one. But like, thanks for not like straight up spoiling anything for me. I appreciate it. But yeah, I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna stop yammering. Also, game days. Tonight, Claire and Woody return to House of Ashes. I can't remember which Dark Pictures anthology game they're on. Is it Dark Ash? Which one are they on now? House of Ashes. They're playing Dark Pictures anthology House of Ashes together. This Saturday will be the Game Days for Good Stanley Cup tournament, where Jimbo will be simulating games and will be representing subs over there. Whoever's team wins the Stanley Cup will win a prize. And then Sunday, Fat Man is playing his Boomer game for Boomers. He is playing Punch-Out on the NES, the original Punch-Out, which is a fantastic choice. I'll be back next Sunday because next week over on Game Days is actually our BR the Champions, where we will be playing Fortnite. And I've barely played Fortnite. I checked when I went to play a game. I played my 15th game ever of Fortnite because I just didn't like the game. I never picked it up, even when everyone suddenly went, "Oh no, this game is good actually. This is you should play this because it's good and it's fun." And I just didn't. It's just not my jam. Even without the building, it's not my jam. So I'm probably going to be a giant anchor for our team. I mean, myself and Fat Man next week, but I'll be streaming it next Sunday. And that'll be every stream next week too. Yeah, Wednesday will be Eric and Robe. Friday will be Claire and Patrick. Saturday will be Johnny and Jimbo, and then Fat and I next Sunday. And we have a lot of other good stuff coming too. But until then, y'all, have yourselves a good day. Thanks again. Like I said, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for checking out my new stream stuff. I enjoyed it. I didn't enjoy the ordeal of making it, but I enjoy this beautiful sunsetty look that I have now. And yeah. See you probably on Monday if I don't see you around the game days. Bye.